Welcome to Nebraska Waves. This module addresses nitrate in drinking water and the impacts on health. Did you know that high levels of nitrate in drinking water can cause health problems? In 1992, nitrate started to be regulated in public drinking water systems under the Safe Drinking Water Act. A maximum level of 10 parts per million was set based on studies of methemoglobinemia. This disease is sometimes referred to as blue baby syndrome. While it poses an immediate health risk, chronic exposure to nitrate also poses long-term health risks. Unlike public drinking water systems, private wells are not regulated under the Safe Drinking Water Act. Nearly 100% of rural residents in the U.S. use private wells, and around 21% of those wells exceed the regulatory limit for nitrate of 10 parts per million. For this reason, people who live in agricultural areas and drink from a private well are the primary population at risk. They should test their water regularly and treat it if needed. Other populations at risk include pregnant women and their fetus, infants and children, and individuals with conditions such as anemia, cardiovascular disease, or lung disease. Recent scientific evidence, including studies from the University of Nebraska Medical Center, has emerged linking high concentrations of nitrate in drinking water to adverse health outcomes. The strongest links are associated with methemoglobinemia, colorectal cancer, thyroid disease, and neural tube birth defects. Let's explore each of these a little further. We'll start with the link to methemoglobinemia. High levels of nitrate can interfere with the ability of blood to carry oxygen. This can cause the skin to turn a bluish color and result in serious illness or death. Other symptoms include decreased blood pressure, increased heart rate, headaches, dizziness, fatigue, and nausea. The result in infants is blue baby syndrome. Bottle-fed babies under 6 months old have the highest risk. During pregnancy, it is common for a woman's methemoglobin levels to increase. Therefore, pregnant women are particularly susceptible to methemoglobinemia. Pregnant women exposed to too much nitrate in their drinking water are also at a greater risk of giving birth prematurely. Now let's look at that second link, to colorectal cancer. Researchers are investigating the health impacts of having a combination of agrochemicals in drinking water, such as nitrate and atrazine. Generally, when you put nitrate and something like atrazine or other pesticides, red meat, or certain drugs in an acidic environment like our stomachs, they react and create N-nitrosyl compounds, or NOCs. Extensive animal research has shown that NOCs cause cancer in animals. There are also numerous studies linking drinking water nitrate exposure to negative health impacts in humans. Most colorectal cancer studies have found evidence of an increased risk of colorectal cancer associated with nitrate in drinking water. Since information from private wells is limited, most of these studies use data from public water systems and therefore had nitrate contamination below the regulatory limit. Research is ongoing to characterize the risk of colorectal cancer for people using private wells. Let's move to the third link, thyroid disease. Most studies have found evidence for thyroid disease being associated with higher levels of nitrate in drinking water. This effect is seen most among children and pregnant women where nitrate levels were close to or above the regulatory limit. Finally, we'll look at the fourth link, neural tube birth defects, which affect the spine, brain, and spinal cord. Maternal exposure to the combination of nitrate and other agrochemicals like atrazine may increase risk for birth defects in humans. 1 in every 33 infants in the United States is born with a birth defect. In Nebraska, 2 of every 33 infants born has a birth defect. That's double the national average. While research is ongoing, one meta-analysis showed that 5 of 6 studies linked nitrate exposure with an increased risk of neural tube defects when exposed to drinking water nitrate below 10 parts per million. Beyond these 4 major links, researchers have found other potential links. Some studies suggest an increased risk of pediatric cancer, bladder, ovarian, and kidney cancers, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Alzheimer's disease, and Parkinson's disease. Research continues to find answers for these potential links. Water plays a major role in human health, agricultural production, and community prosperity. By implementing practices which ensure the safety of their water through testing and treatment, all Nebraskans can participate in ensuring a healthy future for the state.